Hello everyone, I'm delighted to be here today with John Lawrence from Guider Accountancy. John's been in business now for a year as of the 1st of August, so it's a really exciting time, and we're getting together today just to have a chat about your journey as a self-employed accountant, your tips for new businesses and how to navigate that difficult first year.
Yes, indeed.
And then we're going to cover some really helpful tips and advice for landlords as well, so specifically for landlords to help you guys out. John's agreed, so I'm really excited to hear what you've got to say. So how did you get going then, John?
Well, Guider Accountancy kind of started a bit on the spur of the moment, really.
Okay.
I've been an accountant for 25 years or so, worked for the same firm for just over 20 years of that.
Wow.
Started after leaving banking, which I didn't enjoy, left there, got a job as an accountant just as a trainee, even though I was in my 20s at the time. Did all my exams, qualified, worked my way up to a partner in that firm.
Yeah.
Didn't really like being a partner.
Okay.
Some mental health issues started to get to me at that point.
Right.
Something I'd suffered with a little bit throughout my life, but kind of came to a bit of a culmination at that point. I decided to leave and go for a new challenge. And at that point, I thought about starting on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Rather bottled it, to put it mildly.
Because it's nerve-wracking starting your own business.
You look at the financial things, you look at your own ability, your confidence.
Yeah.
Do I have enough knowledge?
Yeah.
And you just doubt yourself, and I
Yeah.
did doubt myself, so I went and got another job. Took a little bit of a step down and worked for another firm as a sort of manager of an accounting team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for 2.5 years. It didn't really work out for me. The mental health issues really came back in sort of late 2018.
Okay.
And by the summer of 2019, things had got pretty bad for me. So I decided, really I didn't know what to do, actually. I didn't have a clue what to do at that point.
Did you know that you wanted to stay in accountancy?
No. My view of accountancy had gone downhill a bit. I felt there was too much greed in accountancy.
Yeah.
Too much seeing clients as a money-making machine rather than people that you could actually help.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of accountancy firms they just treat their client as money, basically.
Yeah.
They want to help their client because it means they earn more money.
Yeah, and I think that's the impression probably a lot of people have of accountants as well. Not to tie you all with the same brush, but there's that kind of impression that accountants are penny pinchers.
They are. And to a certain extent I am. I don't mind admitting it. But I just felt that my feelings towards the accountancy industry, I put it a bit on my website actually. I felt there was a lot of immoral activity in the accountancy business, and I really don't like that. Part of that is what caused my health problems. I felt I was doing stuff that I really was not comfortable with. I fundamentally disagree with.
Right.
So things like tax avoidance schemes.
Yeah.
People will say they're legal. Technically, they possibly are.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, I disagree with that. It's wrong in my eyes. And I had to deal with clients who were using these things. And that just felt wrong to me.
Yeah.
So that side of things, I didn't like. So I didn't like the fact that a client would ring up and fear what bill they were going to get just for ringing up and asking for some help.
Yeah.
An accountant should be there to help people.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to help people before they do something wrong than trying to put right what they've done wrong. That's actually, for the client, that's where the cost should come in. If they've messed it up, we've got to sort it all out.
Yeah.
That's where it costs a client. For a client to phone up and go, John, I don't really know how to do this.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a bit of advice?
Yeah, because most small business owners are not accountants. You know, we're not necessarily, we know our trade and we know our business, but we don't necessarily understand the accountancy side of it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you do differently then.
Yeah, so that's what I want. That's why I do everything I do on fixed fees. People can email me, phone me, unless it gives me a load of work to do specifically different. Ask me for some help. You know, that's what I'm here for. I understand accounts. If I need a plasterer,
Yeah.
I'll phone up a plasterer because I have no idea
You
how
won't
to
just
do
have
it.
a crack yourself.
No,
I'm sure I could give it a go.
that's just not going to happen. So
Yeah.
I know my limitations,
Yeah.
and I get the people involved that can do that for me.
Yeah.
People don't necessarily understand numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and I get that. So ask me about it,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what your numbers mean, how to do stuff that you might not understand.
Yeah.
And that's how I wanted to approach it, and just be very sensible, hopefully down to earth, that people can understand. And if people don't understand me, ask me again.
Yeah.
And tell me, John, I don't understand you. Can you explain that a bit differently? And I
Yeah.
will. And I'm not going to then issue them with a huge invoice to say I've just helped you for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So this is what you're sort of different. This is where you mean that you're kind of moving away from that stereotype of the accountant down to a more kind of human, approachable,
Yeah.
friendly face of accountancy.
Yeah. I want to be part of the client. I want to understand the client's business for a start.
Yeah.
And for me to be the approachable one, to
Yeah.
say, I need some help, John,
Yeah.
because everybody needs help.
Yep. Everybody does.
So I like to be that person that they come to, and I will spend time answering what a client wants to know.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they are paying me.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
bit nasty for me to say, well, no, I'm not going to help you with that.
Yeah, and I suppose your client's success then has an impact on your success. You know, the better the client does,
Yes,
you know, the
Yeah.
better, the more work there is there for you.
exactly. So if I can help a client succeed
Yeah,
in a selfish way, hopefully
you're great.
my fees will go up because I'm doing more and more stuff for them. They're doing more and more stuff, but I want them to succeed.
Mhm.
I wrote actually in my latest blog, which I'm not sure even if it's come out yet, that money has never been a driving factor in my life. As long as I've got this house, I've got my dog, I'm perfectly happy. I don't need a lot of money. So
Yeah,
a lot of accounts I think are driven by money.
yeah,
I've never been driven by money. If I was driven by money, I'd have got a job in London
yeah,
earning a fortune.
yeah,
It just doesn't interest me. Obviously I need to survive, but it's not a driver.
No.
So
So it's more about quality
Quality.
of life. And that's kind of how Ida came into the business as well. So Ida's
Yes.
quite an integral part. Can we meet Ida?
Can we
Because I know
meet Ida?
she's down
Ida.
there.
Ida, come here. Come on, Ida.
Hello, sweetie.
Come on, come here.
Camera shy.
She's asleep under the table. Come on, Ida. Come here.
I'm sure she'll make an appearance.
Come here.
Ah, she's
Here she
coming.
comes. Come here.
Hello, sweetheart.
There she is.
Ida's coming home with me if she's not careful.
Yes, so that's Ida. I don't know if that has actually appeared on the screen, but
Oh, we'll get her in if you we'll put a picture in. But so Ida kind of came into your life to help out with your own personal
yes,
health, but she's now kind of formed
yeah.
a part of your business,
So
really.
Ida was a trainee guide dog, and we had a dog a few years ago who unfortunately passed away, and we really missed having a dog.
Yeah.
But because we were both working full time away from home, we couldn't really bring a dog into the house.
Yeah.
As things changed, and my health did go really downhill, and we decided that getting another dog would be a benefit to me, and we applied to the Guide Dog Association because dogs get rejected,
Yeah.
they don't pass the exams. In her case, she got bitten by another dog
Oh.
and had to be withdrawn because she gets anxiety, or she did get anxiety, you wouldn't believe it now, around other dogs. So she got withdrawn.
Yeah.
We applied pretty much at the same time that she got withdrawn. We were really, really lucky.
Yeah.
They came and interviewed us, and we discussed my mental health issues, and I really genuinely believe that was part of the reason why we got Ida, because they saw that Ida could help me,
Yeah.
and she is absolutely fantastic, and she got me through some really dark days, She seems to have an instinct of when you're in a bit of a bad way and comes up and gives you a little bit of a nudge and a cuddle.
Yeah, they know, don't they?
They absolutely do. And because of that, when Guider Accountancy started, of course the Guider bit comes from
The guide dog.
the guide dog and
Yeah.
Ida
Yeah,
is
that's,
how the name
that's really clever.
came together.
Yeah.
I wanted to make her part of my business because she is such an integral part of my life
Mm-hmm.
that to have her as part of the business as well, because she does help me get through the days and
Yeah.
so,
I find as well that having the dog getting you out of the house is so important for your productivity.
yeah,
I don't know if you're the same as me in this regard, but I have a bad habit of I will wake up in the morning and hit my computer and I would just work and work and work until I literally frazzle myself.
Yeah.
Having the dog sometimes forcing me to take a break, go out for a walk, get some fresh air, even if it's raining, you've still got to walk the
Yeah.
dog. To get that time away, I can come back and sit down to work and actually be 10 times more productive than if I would have just kept trying to press on
Yeah.
without a break. So
yeah. Well,
that-
we always
that's
start with a morning walk.
Yeah,
I don't hit the computer or anything. We get her morning walk. What I find with her is that if I could be doing a real detailed piece of work, and you just get a mental block and you can't quite work it out. Pick up the lead, take her out for a walk, clear the head, and it's often halfway around the walk I go, oh, that's it. And it helps, apart from anything else, it gets me some fresh air that I possibly wouldn't get
Yeah.
otherwise. But it really helps to just take that break away from work for 10, 15 minutes or an hour if I want to take her out for a much longer walk.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it focuses the mind back on what you're trying to do, so
definitely.
that's why she's involved.
Yeah, yeah. And